Alright, good evening and welcome back to the Kalahandi Elephant Horde campaign. We're not Kalahandi anymore, we are Orissa. I decided to tag change because I was reflecting on the fact that I never really ever tag change in my campaigns. The reason is I like to be who I start as. Is it even going to show here properly? No, boo, it all just says Orissa. I like to keep the spirit of the nation that I start out as, but in this case I thought no, we'll actually buck the trend and form Orissa. It made people think that I wasn't really going to keep it, but I've saved and double saved and Kalahandi saves are no more. Feels like just yesterday I was playing this, so maybe the channel is getting a bit oversaturated with EU. Nonetheless, we shall continue on, and I'm probably about to eat a whole load of revolts. No, they all disappeared. Great. That's what I like to see. So, what is going on? What is going on with the Vaishyas? That sounds like Diplo power for me, thanks. All the Brahmins will lose loyalty. I'll hold off on that for just a minute. We are Orissa. Maybe a recap for people that weren't around for my last stream, whenever it was. Yesterday, maybe the day before. We've taken over a good chunk of India, together with our good friends Vijayanagar. It's a bit touch and go, our relationship here, because they have a ton of claims on me. I've got a bunch of subjects as well. Ahmadnagar, Baglana, Mawar, and good old March Dang. I'm going to try and consolidate much of northern and central India. Vijayanagar can keep all that land as my gracious ally, and I am very close to becoming the horde that I said I would. ETA is 1574, and then we will spend all available resources trampling into Europe, because for this campaign to be a success, I must disassemble the Holy Roman Empire, and I've got to, I think, occupy Paris was one of the other ones. Shouldn't be too hard, we just got to trample our way there, which means we're focusing on elephants and more elephants. Currently, Malwa is under horrible invasion from Timurids, who are probably trying to form the Mughals. I don't want them to, so I might have to step in on Delhi soon. They've already got occupations there. So I will integrate my subjects, get myself all hoarded up, and stampede there. We'll do all we can up till then. Does Manipur or Bhutan still have their cores, Jake? Manipur still do. Bhutan, not sure. So what happened when we formed Orissa? We got a bunch of new missions, which is kind of cool. One of them is Servitors of Jagannath, for which the Brahmins need a bunch of loyalty. I can actually do that for them. I just need to chuck a bunch of money at them and seek their approval, whatever they approve. And that should get me this. I don't even know what this does. I haven't checked out all these missions, so this will be cool for me. We get the Gayapatis of the cult of... What do you have to say? There's ceremonies at the Great Temple of Puri, and the log in which Jagannath manifests himself, at the time being ridiculed and mocked by foreign rulers. But in Orissa, Lord of the Universe is undisputedly the most popular deity. Fantastic. Tolerance of the true faith +1 to the end of the game. I'll be having that, thanks. I don't think I'll be building 5 universities anytime soon. I need to prepare for conquest, even though I've conquered most of what it is. And for that, I will need to build up my army a touch more. Yeah, that shouldn't take long to manage. And since the Brahmins really love me now, well, I can't punch anything else out of them, but I can tell them I don't like them in favor of the Vaishyas. Vaishyas don't gain too much here, do they? No? Great. We're a bit hurting on admin power, so it's not, as in we have too much of it. I need to switch over to DIP ASAP, but we're hurting for national focus and DIP relations. Not to mention annexing Ahmadnagar. I don't want to have a subject on the border with Vijayanagar, because they might desire that land more than my own. Orissan missions, aka missions that require you to have 5 vassals, says Thaggy. We'll see about that. I haven't really played through with them, so we will see about that. Dare not make Vijayanagar my rival, but I know Tim and I are going to come to blows sooner or later, so it makes the sense to rival the guy. I don't think he has any allies that I should be worrying about at this time. I could tech, but institution tech penalty is through the roof, and I will not be well, I haven't been and will continue not developing 4 institutions, so that to consider as well. So what are we going to do? I'm going to build up, get those missions, and I fancy a bit of a war. I'd like to do it with Delhi, truth be told, but I don't want to fight Malwa right now. It's just 5 years or so until our truce is up, and I have a whole lot of Mawari cores to take back. So I will go for a different core, that is the one on Nagaur here. They're only allied with Chagatai and Delhi, neither of which will say yes, so I think we'll be taking Dundar. Thank you, please. I wasn't even paying for my units, but who cares? Delhi say no, Chagatai say no. I don't think I can get to this guy. I thought he would have had... Oh, he grants access to Malwa. He doesn't have access to them. Well, I doubt Malwa's going to just give it to me. I don't know. Maybe he'll be foolish enough to get access. Then I can go and steamroll the guy. What is your idea, Jake? I wasn't here yesterday. If you mean game ideas, we have aristocratic filled up and diplomatic soon to be filled up. Right. Looks like someone somewhere got me the access I need, so let's go and storm this poor sucker. Now we still have Wild Goose in charge. He's got all the cavalry, not all the cavalry, all the cannons there. We have MTSC2. Not too shabby on the rulers, on the generals front. Army tradition could be worse. Seems I haven't quite filled out my prepare for conquest. I need an admiral for that as well. Really don't have the dip for that, but why the heck not? Who would we even have for that? I'm not sure whose names we've used before, or... well, if we used NTSC2 and Wild Goose, then I think it's time that we had Bitter Craven back in the fray. I don't know who I'm going to invade with that, Admiral, but that's us prepared for conquest. So we get better morale, better recovery speed, and... Would you look at that, we already conquered much of what we needed. But it gives us a bunch of prestige, which is super nice. Haven't I due upgrading government rank? No, not for a wee while. Nonetheless, I will take it. Claims galore, extra prestige, extra mercantilism. It's a nice thing about forming somebody and getting their mission trees. It's like, haha, been there and done that. Although this is telling me about Dhaka. Let's see that. This is nice. It lets me check out what the missions actually are too. It's in my culture group. I think it's, well, either that or it's an accepted culture. An accepted culture indeed. Well, if it wants to give me extra development on Dhaka, even though the Jains already have that stuff for me. Dominate trade in Bengal. Been there, done that. Beautiful. And I think I have claims galore, although it's on land that I already had for the most part. That's okay. That is very much okay. Call him lucky because he's useless. Oh, wish I hadn't missed that now. Got a bunch of claims. I'm not going to use the ones on Vijayanagar for obvious reasons. He's my friend. Or my... well, friend for now. Hold on. Something else has been completed. Onwards to Gaur. Though the coast is ours, the fertile lands of northern Bengal would be of great service to our growing empire. I think I'll save that for when I need it. 15% morale. Jings. That looks pretty swell. Right, Delhi have nicely just freed up this province that I want. I still really want to attack them, but Malwa would defend them. And I'm not super keen on taking on Malwa right now. I want to fight them with a reconquest of Mawar, Casus Belli. It's also good to see my subjects get hard at work destroying my enemies. And our heir, bare minimum, is industrious, one of the best personalities to get. I'm going to improve relations with Hormuz further, because they would make a good ally for when I will hopefully be able to get some knowledge sharing, because we are so far behind on institutions, it's not even funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not even funny. Oh, I can't wait to go Horde. It's my favorite way of playing the game. It'll be mine, all mine soon. Manpower could be better, but the bulk of these guys are mercenary scum, so that's okay. Let's be honest, I just want this going to... not Orissa. Actually, who... oh, Mawar already have it under occupation. Well, that's nice and easy. Give me that, give me all your money, give me your war reparations. I can... military access could serve us well. Actually, don't even do that. Force you to return the land to Elusha Core as well. They would already agree, but I might as well go for the kill. Good to see that Brahmanas continue to have useless rulers. They too need to die. I'm glad they have a big chunky truce with both myself and Vijayanagar. I've been trying to control Vijayanagar's expansion north because I don't want him to eat all that land for himself. He already got provinces that I don't want him to have. And Jing's siege could be going better. Sadly, Malwa hate me and love Delhi, so they're not about to give up on that anytime soon. If they would, though, I would jump on them. Kangra mysteriously are tributary to Ming, and I never figured out how. Some jiggery-pokery happened there. Get my units back to safety before ending this war. Who knows, if I get trapped within Malwa's lands, that would be the worst. So who is going to be next on the menu? I want to look at Dang's claims. Malwa. I mean, Malwa really have to go, but that's 5 years away. Or rather, only 5 years. Grey Wastelands are better if you want your country to look like it has a bubonic plague, says Seashell, but each to their own. What? I love coloured wait. Grey Wastelands? No, I don't like those. I like wastelands like this, to actually show their terrain. Don't like them coloured by countries, though. That's just nasty stuff. Alright, fair dues. A coalition may form. I highly doubt those people have the gahonies to coalition me. Now, Gujarat's another person I'd love to slaughter. There are the claims for it, however, I don't really want to take on Timmy until it's Horde versus... Wait, is he... No, he is not a Horde. Timmy gave up his Horde life, the fool, and that's why he will be destroyed. Kev claiming that Grey Wastelands are superior. Kev claims a lot of weird things. That just adds to the list. I wonder if you would... No, I couldn't threaten war for this province just yet. We'll get there, though. Better believe we'll get there. Very soon, in December this year, in fact, I'm going to switch my focus over to Dip, so I can actually fill out my ideas. You don't know me, says Kev. Right, all is suspiciously smooth and well for the country. I find this hard to trust. I have some expansion opportunities over in Kale and Arkham, but I want to do that when I become full Horde, because I want to raise this land to the ground, border the Ming, and just, well, destroy the Ming. I'm not sure if I want to go there first, or Timmy first, or maybe just punch a way through here. I probably won't get everything I want in one war. Then turn around and dismantle the Chinese Empire, and then carry on. Basically, once I go Horde, I can do all the things that I dream of. I dream lots of them. Horde play is just, it's honestly where the game shines for me. I love it so much. Got loads of claims on Bahmanes, which is fine and dandy. I do not have the favours to call Vijayanagar in for without promise of land, but that's okay right now. I will not marry you. My subjects seem quite alright under my rule. Yeah, well, Dan could be a bit better, but we're working on it. Liberty Desire is all very good and low. Basically everything is going too well. What can I waste my money on? Manufactories often are good, especially if it's on the copper for now. I'll be having that. The rest of this is all grain, so no thank you, and these two not really ticking any boxes there. Forget the temples, but workshops can be really good. Can be really, really good, especially on those highly valuable trade goods. Marketplaces, no thanks. I already built a bunch of regimental camps. They're not cheap, and I do need my money sooner or later for... I'm married to Ming. That's no good. We'll get rid of that soon enough. I need the money for the institutions when I can eventually get them. How are the institutions? Not good. If we look at how they're spreading, Renaissance, I mean, Vijayanagar. Has it? Have you actually embraced it? He has. Well, that's kind of useful. Should come over to me. with a bit of luck, he'll actually share knowledge of it with me, but also maybe not. I would have thought he'd do it already. I have the dosh for it. Otherwise, colonialism, I mean, Hormuz have it. I wish they'd give it to me. And printing press is nowhere to be seen. I don't even know what a printing press is. Alright, Malwa's getting destroyed here. Finally, they wouldn't help out Delhi, but I have a feeling there won't be much left of Delhi after all this. That is regrettable. But Timurids have pretty much won this, so the clever thing for me to do is to attack Delhi when Malwa won't help them out. Also means Malwa won't have Delhi help. Well, they're not allied anyway. Still, the clever thing to do is to attack Delhi. It often is. I'll be taking Upper Doab if you don't mind. This whole area is well worth having, so we're making it happen. Still not really worth paying my anything for this, but it's okay. That makes Malwa look even worse because they declined a call to arms. You should really try out playing a Nomad in CK2. That's their version of Hordes, and you can literally burn the world to ground as them. Have I played as a Nomad in CK2? I don't think I have. I played a multiplayer where somebody was a Horde, and they just... how did it work again? I gave them land, they burnt it down. And they gave me loads of money, but in exchange I had to give them all of my heirs so they could culturally indoctrinate them. It all worked out. What's that Malwa War in 65? But Horde ways in 74. That's what I can't wait for. Might be a clever thing to go and chase down and destroy the remnants of Delhi, but I have a feeling Timmy will do that for me. Don't believe them, Jake. Hordes are bloody awful in CK2 and explode as soon as you own more than 4 tiles. Do you mean titles? Maybe you do mean tiles. I thought we were destroying tile systems in our games. I am also surprised Timmy haven't pieced out yet. They are some greedy guts here. That exploit of sitting on somebody until their lands become half price is long dead. Ah, feels good having money. Lots of things feel pretty good. Gujarat doesn't feel good, they're just falling apart, even though they have good friends with Timurids. Timmy was my friend, but I declined his call to arms against, I think it was Delhi and Malwa, because I wanted Malwa all for myself. Come on, man, you got a 100% war score. The time has come for peace. Well, if you want to chew up more Malwan land, then that's all the better for me. I just don't want you forming Mughals. Oh, wow. Okay. There's no garrison there. Hot-foot it in. 23rd or 23rd. Good enough. Have that down in no time. There is no garrison. Please tell me that Timurids need Delhi to form Mughals. I can't remember what their requirements are, but given that they have a perma-claim on Delhi province itself, it's probably that. James poor Malwa did not come out strong from any of this. They're still allied with Chagatai, but I do not fear the Chagatai. I don't remember the Ming making it over here, though. Don't remember that at all. 1 siege tick, and this province is all gone, and it's all mine, and it's a shame there isn't more money for me to take there. They will not exist, but I'll also stop letting them have cores on my own land, because that is unacceptable. A coalition, you say? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Thank you, please. Now I'm keeping all this land for myself, because, hey, I deserve it. I deserve only the best. So let's core it right up. That's got plenty of supply limit for the two of us. Let's get in there. I will not marry you, Ahmed Nagar. You are getting inside me ASAP, because I don't want Vijayanagar hating me over desires for your lands. Look at that, they want it. They really want it. You know, I really want Bakhmani lands, so I should probably get more claims on them. 2 of a kind. More admin power is not what I need, but Level 3 individual at half price is also pretty damn sweet. Especially this guy, he's already 46. He's getting on in years. There we go. Well worth it. How about the spread of ideas? I do... Ah! Support for the Renaissance. I like that a lot. But where is Washim? I mean, it's not the thriving metropolis of the country, but I need Renaissance, so I'll take it. Sadly, it's not really gaining Renaissance at all, but we'll get there. Oh well, might get there sooner than I thought. Baglana have it. They're on my border. It's making its way into whatever this province is called, slowly but surely. Can we see the Great Power List? Yes we can. France is top dog, which is kind of scary. Ming, Ottomans, Russia, Castile, Mamluks, Britain, Timmy, and hey, I'm not far away. If I just got some actual institutions, I'd be okay. Maybe use some of that admin power to turbo dev for institutions, says Dennis the Wolf the Bandit. I will not do so. This is a campaign where I will not be deving for institutions, period. Right, Timmy has done something nasty by taking a bunch of high development land right on my border. I need to punch through Timmy, and this is looking more and more like a two-war job, hopefully not more than that. Russia's eating up hordes, which is going to further complicate matters. But the steppes will call to me before too long. We'll get there. Don't you worry, girlie. Now, what I could be doing, and I'm well aware, I could say to Kale, give me that province, but we'll fight Kale on our own terms. Here we go. Baglana wished to give us knowledge sharing. It would grow in our capital area. Cost a lot of money, but I think that's well worth it. The downside is, my capital area is a heap of ass and chips. Wouldn't count for much at all. I would really want it in somewhere over here where I have really good dev. Is that worth it? Probably well worth it. Even if I moved my capital here, I'd get the institution all along here, and it would spread along these coastlines as well. Ooh, how could I say no to that? It's costly, but I have tons of admin anyway. Yeah, that seems pretty worth my time. I'll still have it inland a bit though, and I won't want to fortify this, but yeah, we'll move our capital here, and I'll say absolutely, great. And how fitting, this is the Orissa area. So now, oh hell yes. Oh, it was already getting Renaissance, but now it's going to get it super fast. And then should spread to these areas. Wonderful. I'd love to marry you, Dang, but I like legitimacy. I feel like the clever thing to do is to put a fort here so nobody insta-gibs this province. But I don't want to spend the money. And you should be safe enough anyway. Right. Well, not really. But anyone that comes here is going to get trounced by me anyway, so it's alright. Might want to use the edict as well. I kind of do. It's not a huge amount of institution spread, and it does cost a lot of money, but it's pretty good investment for the time being. I mean, institutions cost money in the end anyway. So as I said, Malwa's my target. They've formed an alliance with Hormuz, which is unfortunate for me, but I don't think Hormuz is going to come over here and do all that much to me. You know, I could ally with Hormuz, and then maybe they wouldn't actually want to defend you. No, wouldn't get that unless they were cruel as well, or some such. But yes, lots of reconquering to do for my good friend Mawar. Bit of a shame, because I'm pretty good at coring, but Fitkinamandi. KevDev says he's still laughing at the giant Dang on the map, which is kind of what I was going for. He's going to get bigger yet, though. I want him to own all the Tibetan lands. The actual Tibetan, I don't care about Bai or Yi. And probably also stretch up along here as well. So war with Chagatai. It's got to happen someday. I wasn't checking too much about my missions though. Looks like 100 admin power and some diamond trade for Orissa if I conquer Telewatsits, which are these provinces off of Bachmanes. That's gonna happen. I need 5 subjects. I have 4. Garjat needs to be a subject of Orissa. Well, that's not going to happen. What do I get for that? Inland expansion and invading the Deccan. I just don't think that's going to be happening. Garjat. Yeah. No can do there. Onwards to the Gaur. As I said, I'll hold on to that for the time being. And the Arkan wish me to take over Lower Burma. We'll get there. It's also a mission for Vijayanagar that I'm not likely to do. Not likely at all. Oh well, let there be carrying on. Saving money, making back my manpower, and biding my time on Malwa. There are other expansion routes I could be doing, but I really want to do the bulk of my expansion when we go full horde. I would love to get an event which pushes up my reform progress as well. When it comes to this, we haven't been doing a whole lot for the Age of Reformation. We converted another nation, sure, but we haven't even converted that many provinces, and the rest of these are unlikely to happen. Unifying my culture. Actually, what of that? Yeah, a whole bunch of it belongs to Malwa, and it's not the provinces I'm going to be caring about so much right now. Lanna's descending into civil war. I will have to fight these guys most likely, especially when I take on Arakan. But that is a problem for Horde Orissa. Alright, it's December 65, so we got a wee bit of time there. Damn, okay, the Renaissance is exploding in okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Once it's all here, I should be able to embrace it and then start teching at least a bit. Too bad for the Jains. Then again, tech's still getting more expensive because I don't have colonialism, and I'm nowhere near having colonialism. We'll do what we can, though. Jake, do you call the Scottish Lowlands Swamp Scotland? No, they're not swampy. I would know, I've been. This seems like land that will eventually want to be one of my core states. I mean, this land overall is just too good to pass up, but damn, it's all so good. Surely having Delhi is something one has to do, though. I can pass on it for a little bit, actually. I'll leave you be. Red is glorious, says KevDev. You don't see enough of it on the map. Timmy, when he holds together, you see plenty of it. But what I like is P. Rome around. They add a much-needed shade of blood red. Down in Southeast Asia, Langshan is always a bit half-hearted. Kind of scarlet red that you'd pick up on a pencil. Scandal at the court. Oh my. I think we'll just say eat that stability loss because I have more admin than I know what to do with. So... oh, nice and cheap as well. Great. Subject just eating a whole load of revolt, which isn't good. Maybe you can get a bit of help from my other subject, Ahmed Nagar, before he gets consumed by me. Good man. I mean, when you bring an elephant to the fight, it's a done battle already. Ginger Derrick says, hello chat and Jake, how long have we been playing for? Today? Only about 30 minutes, and other than me taking one province off of Delhi, not a whole lot happening. Because we are gearing up for nomadic invasions.